Marvel wants to cast Pedro Pascal as the lead in Fantastic Four. In fact, the MCU is currently undergoing quite a shakeup. Generally, there's a lot going on in Hollywood, not to mention the planned John Wick anime. Curious? Well, this and much more awaits you in the KinoCheck news. After Napoleon comes Hannibal. The next great general in world history will receive a cinematic masterpiece in 2024, for which director Antoine Fuqua will be responsible. In the leading role is Denzel Washington. According to Deadline, streaming giant Netflix is planning a monumental historical epic about the legendary general, the man who crossed the Alps on elephants and almost brought down Rome. The Equalizer director Antoine Fuqua will direct the project, while Denzel Washington will be taking on the starring role. This will be the sixth collaboration between the two. In addition to the 3 Equalizer films, they also brought The Magnificent Seven and Training Day to the big screen. For the latter, Washington was awarded the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role. The actor wanted to take on the role of Hannibal 20 years ago. However, family circumstances prevented this, and so the project was put on ice for a long time. Now though, the biopic, which is to be written by screenwriter John Logan, is finally getting back on track. Logan has already impressed with his scripts for Martin Scorsese's The Aviator and Ridley Scott's Gladiator, making him a connoisseur of historical material. It remains unclear when Hannibal will be released on Netflix, but we'll keep you up to date as always. New release dates for Captain America and the like. After the end of the actor strike, Disney made some adjustments and has now announced the new release dates for the upcoming MCU films. The major delays concern Deadpool 3, Captain America 4 Brave New World, Blade, and Marvel's own version of the Suicide Squad, the Thunderbolts. While Deadpool 3 can't complete its production in the next few months and will now open on July 26, 2024, we will have to wait a while longer for Captain America 4 Brave New World. The movie has been pushed back by 9 months to February 14, 2025. The Thunderbolts movie, with Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan, will also not take on their new mission before 2025, more precisely on July 25, 2025. The new Blade film, with actor Mahershala Ali, is expected to be released on November 7, 2025. However, the reboot of Fantastic Four is still scheduled for May 2, 2025. Something has also changed regarding the big Avengers movie. While it is still uncertain whether Marvel will really continue with Kang as the villain, director Destin Daniel Cretton has now resigned from Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. He is currently resuming work on the Disney Plus series Wonder Man and then wants to focus primarily on Shang-Chi 2, the sequel to his first MCU film. Meanwhile, insider Jeff Snyder reports that Javier Bardem is currently in talks for the role of the villain Galactus. The character has long been requested by Marvel fans for the MCU, so these hopes could soon become reality, whatever happens with the Avengers films. Good news for John Wick fans. The universe surrounding the popular hitman is to be expanded with 2 new series. With the Amazon series The Continental, we have already been treated to the first prequel of the world of John Wick this year, which dealt with Winston's rise to become the manager of the Continental Hotel. Now, 2 more series are to be produced, in which film director Chad Stahelski will be involved. Stahelski revealed in the playlist The Discourse podcast that he is working on 2 promising new series. The first one is another spin-off series focusing on the structures and scheming of the High Table. The second one is an anime project, although no further information is currently available. The director also explained that he could imagine 1 or 2 of the characters from the previous films appearing in the series. He said he loved Donnie Yen, he loved Rina Sawayama, and he loved The Tracker. The TV show would be a good opportunity to explore and expand the world of John Wick. Aside from these new series, fans are currently waiting for the first spin-off film, Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas and Keanu Reeves. It is scheduled to hit theaters on June 7, 2024. Fan favorite Pedro Pascal could play one of the leading roles in Fantastic Four. According to various sources, Marvel is keen on casting the star, but he actually has plenty to do with other projects already. According to both Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder and Daniel Rickman, Pedro Pascal is set to take on the role of Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. The actor will be appearing in the 2nd season of The Last of Us in 2024, as well as in Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2 and the thriller Weapons. According to Snyder, now that the strikes are over, they're busy checking schedules to find a gap somewhere for the new MCU movie. Marvel already had other actors in mind for the role of Mr. Fantastic. Prior to the strike, there were screen tests with Christopher Abbott and Jamie Dornan, which didn't go so well, however. Adam Driver and Jake Gyllenhaal were also in talks, but allegedly asked for too much money. MCU boss Kevin Feige is becoming more and more careful not to let the budgets for the new films get out of hand. which is why, according to The Insider, Emma Stone was also ultimately not given the role of Sue Storm. In fact, this character is set to be the focus of the next Fantastic Four movie and is now rumored to be played by Vanessa Kirby. Meanwhile, Joseph Quinn is the hottest candidate for Johnny Storm, while Eben Moss-Backrack is being considered for the role of Ben Grimm. WandaVision director Matt Shakman is to take over as director, while the final screenplay will be written by Avatar 2 author Josh Friedman. The theatrical release for the new Fantastic Four movie is slated for May 2nd, 2024. By the power of Grayskull. This iconic shout uttered by Prince Adam, alias He-Man, could soon be heard on the big screen again, as Amazon is rumored to be working on a movie of the popular fantasy franchise. A new film adaptation of the popular Masters of the Universe toy franchise has been on Hollywood's to-do list for years. The streaming service Netflix was the last to plan a movie and had already secured a cast member for He-Man in the form of the Map of Tiny Perfect Things actor Kyle Allen. However, after it became impossible to finance the final budget of over $200 million for the project, Netflix scrapped it. According to Variety, however, there are now increasing rumors that the Masters of the Universe film might be back on track. According to initial insider reports, Amazon MGM Studio is currently in intensive talks to realize the live-action film adaptation. Amazon apparently wants to stick with the project and lead actor Kyle Allen to bring the fantasy adventure to the big screen. Whether the He-Man movie will actually end up on Amazon remains to be seen. After all, negotiations are still at an early age. However, the success of Barbie, also a Mattel product, could be a crucial reason as to why the streaming giant is making such an effort. The last time He-Man was seen in the movies was in the late 80s, starring Dolph Lundgren. We have news about the emotions. Next year, we can finally look forward to the sequel to the Pixar hit Inside Out. As part of the trailer releases, a number of new emotion characters have now been revealed, and they will play an important part in the sequel. The story of Riley and her emotions will continue in Inside Out 2, with one big change. Riley is reaching puberty. This means that all kinds of new emotions will join the previous ones. For example, the emotion anxiety already appears in the first trailer, saying, "I'm sorry, we wanted to make such a good first impression." In addition to anxiety, the we also includes ennui, envy, and embarrassment. These emotions are also mentioned in the trailer's end credits, which begin by saying, "the feel-good movie of the year." Shortly afterwards, the word good changes to the many other emotions, which can also be seen to some extent in the first images. While fans are particularly excited that the successful 2015 film is getting a sequel in the first place, we wonder whether these new 4 emotions will be all we can look forward to. The makers hinted beforehand that we could be in for as many as 27 emotions. However, it can be strongly assumed that not every single one of them will play a major role. As confusing as puberty may be, viewers have to be able to keep a bit of an overview, of course. That's it for this week's KinoCheck News. Should you happen to be in the mood to play some games right now, you should definitely check out our overview of the best upcoming video game adaptations first. There are some really awesome game adaptations waiting for us in the coming years. Should you be more into monster action, don't worry, we also got a preview on Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire on our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more KinoCheck News.